Imagine this. An average person spends more than 7 hours a day just being on their phone and watching on their screens. That's more than a third of your day. Now think about how often you have felt exhausted, stressed, super anxious, and you have struggled to go back to sleep or fall asleep after the endless day of the scrolling. Excessive screen time can make us feel super overwhelmed and can make a big take a big mental toll on us on ways that we do not even think of or realize of. Most of us rely on screens for work, school, and socializing. But did you ever think of putting a limit for yourself, or did you ever feel super overwhelmed about the notifications that you get? Because you're not alone, but here's a way to fix this. According to the Institute of National Mental Health and the research from Harvard, excessive screen use significantly impacts mental health and sleep. Cutting down on screen time is crucial for improving mental health because it helps you fall asleep faster and reduce your anxiety, reduce your stress, and so much more. Let's look at why this is such a big problem for many of us. Too much screen time takes a serious mental toll on us, according to the American Psychological Association in 2020. Studies show that excessive screen use is linked to poor sleep, increased anxiety, increased stress, increased anxiousness, and so much more. How often have you stayed up late at night after the endless scrolling and you felt super exhausted and you just don't want to have anything to do with anybody? And how often have you felt overwhelmed by endless notifications? As college students, screens have dominated our lives because of schoolwork and socializing or social media. We're constantly bombarded with information that can sometimes do way too much for our brains to handle, way too much for us to handle, which can then lead to stress and burnt out. This usually happens during the middle of each semester if you are a college student. According to the National Sleep Foundation, in 2020, many of us turn to screens to relax, but they often leave us more worse than we did before. So, let's say you have set a goal for yourself the whole entire day. You want to watch some lectures, take some notes, and study, but you chose to be on your phone and just do nothing about it. And at the end of the day, you feel super overwhelmed and guilty by so much things you could have done, but you didn't because you felt overwhelmed. And you just wanted to be on your phone. That's what you made yourself rather do. And according to the Harvard Sleep Study in 2021, poor sleep and late night scrolling leads to lower focus on the daily basis. Increased stress from social media can make us also irritable and super disrespectful and rude sometimes, and with the way we interact with others and how we talk to them. But here's the good news. There's a way to break the cycle. You can set up limits and track your screen time. What I usually love to do is I download this app. It's called Focus app from the App Store, and you can use this on any app, any phones. What it does is basically just you put the alarm, not the alarm, you put a certain time for yourself, like 3 to 4 hours, and it locks the app that you constantly go to, and it only opens after that certain time has been reached. And also, what other thing you can do is you can turn off your notifications. If you have an iPhone, all you gotta do is just put do not disturb. That's all it takes. And you can also replace your screen time with exercising, going outside, reading, and doing so much more. You can find a hobby like crocheting or journaling. This is what I love to do. I love to journal, and I love to make pretty pages out of my journal. This can give you an idea or an example of what that can be like. I like to make pretty pages out of my journal, like these. Or you can also just write. Let's say you put like a future letter for yourself. This is my second journal, and I love doing this if I want to kill time and not be on my phone. You can also get wrappers of your favorite candies and write about them, how much you love them. This is an idea of what you can do. A study showed that even small changes, like avoiding screens an hour before bed, can really help you fall asleep faster and not be anxious the next day you wake up. A habit begins with a single step and start small, and you can make that small step bigger day by day and you improve yourself. Let's imagine what life could look like with less screen time. You wake up feeling refreshed because you didn't scroll until 2 a.m. Your days feel more productive because you're not constantly having notifications come up on your phone. You have deeper connections with your family, friends, and significant others. You have better sleep, your anxiety is not as bad, you have less stress, and so much more. Cutting back on screen doesn't cost anything. You can start immediately. Plus, it makes you feel so much better about yourself. Now, imagine these benefits, so it's time to take action. Cutting down on screen time can reduce anxiety, sleep, and so much more other benefits that I told you guys throughout the whole presentation. Try these small steps starting today. Set the daily screen time limit, turn off your notification, do some exercises, or find a hobby. It will really help. Screens aren't going anywhere, but you can always choose how much they can control you. By taking small steps to limit your screen time, you'll feel more present, less stressed, and more connected to the world around you. And your mind will thank you later.